Hello and welcome back to my channel. It feels so weird that I've not had a video go live in a week now because I was doing so many videos in October. And it feels weird, but we're back, we're back. And now we're going to be back to what we were pre-October, which is a one video a week because that's all I can manage in this life with a full-time job and other things I have to do. I thought in this video we could do like sort of an aptly named like a post-mortem on Halloween, looking back at the month, looking back at everything that happened this October. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. As far as my content, I am very grateful and well, first of all, I'm very happy that I managed to do the 3 videos a week. Some of them were done way ahead of time. The real crimes, I was definitely done, uploaded, edited, all of that before the end of September. I had most of the Wednesday ones done as well, except for maybe the last 2 weren't completely done. So really in October, I was only making the Monday videos and then the last 2 Wednesdays, and any shorts I did, those ones I had to do too. So I was like, I had a good head start. And it's weird because in your YouTube studio you can like see your uploads, and because of how it works, like those ones were sitting there in the top of my stream for so long that now it's weird that they're live. Like I almost miss having them like secret in there. Because you like them so much, I think we're gonna keep doing real crime. I think I can commit to 1 a month. No more than 1 a month. Also no more than 1 a month because I feel like I'm gonna run out of ideas that I want to do very quickly. Like originally, not the if you watch them regularly, we had the Blair Witch one right in the middle. I originally had Texas Chainsaw Massacre there, and I just couldn't get it right. Something about the video just wasn't working, and I was getting nervous that I was getting too close to the end of whatever it was, September. So I just changed topics to something that I knew I could do accurately and good and concisely. So yeah, I think I'll probably save some of those bigger ones like Texas Chainsaw, maybe even Pennywise, those sorts of things for next Halloween, but we're going to do some smaller ones that I just want to do before that, because why not, right? My eldest sister requested that we keep doing Witchcraft Wednesdays as well. That one will be way less consistent. It'll just be whenever I have a craft video to upload, I'll upload it on a Wednesday and we'll call it Witchcraft Wednesdays. So like we'll keep those around, but it won't be as consistent. Real crime, I want to say the 3rd Friday of every month, but I don't want to make it that concrete, you know? So if you subscribe to me and you, like, don't want to see makeup reviews, you only want to see, like, real crime and that sort of thing, I want you to know that it is as simple as just not watching the other videos. I will only upload regular full-form videos once a week, like I said. So, like, if I upload a video you don't want to watch, just don't watch it. I've always hated when internet personalities have like 5 different YouTube channels and blah, 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 blah. Like, no, I'm gonna have one channel. I love doing makeup reviews. I love doing vlogs. I love doing all this other kind of content. I'm gonna keep doing it because what is my channel if not a hobby, right? So, yeah, you're gonna get real crime, but it's not gonna be the only thing on my channel. So just keep that in mind right now. If you don't want to watch the other things, you don't have to. There's no rules. You can do whatever you want. Do you think Lena knows how much I love her? There she is. And I'm really grateful to the response to these videos. I had more views this October than I ever have in the past. I always joke that October view, like AdSense money, is what funds my channel for the whole year. And that's basically true, this year especially. So I'm just really appreciative of you for watching my videos and interacting with them in so many comments. And I did my best to respond to all of them as much as I could. And I just really appreciate you. So thank you for sticking around, and I hope you will continue to stick around. I also wanted to talk about movies and books and stuff. I read 3 spooky books in October. What did I read first? Nestlings by Cassidy. That was a good book. That was a 5-star for me. Nestlings follows this yuppie couple, essentially, in New York. And she has just had a baby. Except for something happened when she was giving birth, like a pinched nerve or something, and now she's paralyzed. So she's like a full-time wheelchair user with the hopes that someday through physiotherapy and stuff like that, she can regain the ability to walk. Her and her husband won this apartment. They basically had entered this apartment lottery years ago and then won it. So it's this big, fancy, like, ritzy style apartment building, and they get a apartment on the top floor. She kind of feels uneasy about it, but they take it anyway because, like, who would turn this down? And it's about the sort of scariness that happens while they live in this apartment, the 3 of them. That was such a good book. First of all, I never get to read books where the protagonist is a girl in a wheelchair, and there's like moments of her struggling with being disabled, which I obviously understand, especially because her situation is different than mine. She became disabled. She wasn't born with her disability, right? So it's different. I understand that. If you become disabled, you're going to have moments of like frustration with it. But it ultimately, like, she perseveres and she kicks ass and she's able to like sort of use it to her advantage and kind of not even, I don't want to say come to terms with it, but learn to like love it and accept it. And there's even a bit in the book where Nat Cassidy, the author, like he has her think about that. I'm sure you've seen it before. It's like a one of those viral internet stories that goes viral every couple of years of like someone's disabled son died, so they put like a statue on the gravestone of like him jumping up out of his wheelchair. It's supposed to be so inspiring because he's free from his chair now, and it's like cringe. I understand the sentiment, but I just don't think that a lot of disabled people agree with it, myself included. And she's kind of talking about that in the book about how embarrassing that is because for most disabled people, the chair means freedom. Without the chair, you have nothing, right? That one was really good. And you know what I really loved about Nestlings? In the end, there's two choices that they can make. Not spoiling it. And each adult member of this couple wants one of the choices. And personally, I see both sides on this one. Like, I understand why they both feel the way that they feel. And I don't know which choice I would make in their situation. Like, I get it. Ugh. That one was really good. So one that I didn't love so much was then I read What Moves the Night by Kingfisher, which is supposed to be like a sort of retelling, sort of updated version, I guess, of The Fall of the House of Usher. That book is like only 100 and some pages long, and I found it so boring. It made me kind of hesitant about T. Kingfisher books in the future. I have one other one from her, so I'll read that one, but I just found it so boring, dude. Like, so much of the first half of the book is spent waxing on about our narrator's like history and their experiences in the war and that sort of thing, and it ended up not being relevant to the actual storyline at all. At all. And now I understand that that book is actually like a series, so we follow that narrator like through other things, and so I get it from that perspective, but I just thought it was so boring, dude. I was like, I'm not reading the other two. It's not happening. We don't get to like the good, juicy, scary-ish and like the good stuff until like 3/4 of the way through. And that's not good for me. So then after that, I was like, listen, I love Nat Cassidy's book. Let me go to another one. So then I bought Mary, and I actually hustled and finished Mary on Halloween night. All I knew about Mary going into it was that Nat Cassidy wrote it with the thought in mind. What if Carrie was a middle-aged woman? And I was like, say less, I'll buy it, let's go. Because you know I love Carrie. I really liked Mary. I did. I was like absolutely riveted, engaged for like 90% of the book, 70% of the book, and like just staring at it all possible moments I could, just completely engaged. But I didn't love the ending. I found the ending to be sort of like, I don't know. And I understand why it ended the way it did. I don't know. I just kind of I was after such a good book. I was kind of underwhelmed at the ending, which is why I think I only gave it 4 stars out of 5. It would have been 5 stars if it had ended differently. I have to move closer. I'm sorry. I had to like lean on my table because I am just permanently lazy. Especially after like I had loved Nestlings so much, I was so disappointed with the ending of Mary. So those are the 3 books I read in October that were spooky. I also watched some new to me spooky movies. I saw Weapons. Weapons is very good. I really enjoyed it. I didn't enjoy it as much as the hype made me think I would, but it could just be like maybe a little bit like overhyped. But I did really like it. A horror movie that I watched I've never seen before though, that I loved, and I don't understand why more people aren't talking about it, is Bring Her Back. Now, Bring Her Back is by the same people who did Talk to Me a couple years ago. I liked Talk to Me. I didn't love it. I loved Bring Her Back. Both of these movies are sort of analysis on grief. That's one of the things I love about horror. So many people think like when I talk about horror, I'm just watching like Saw 5 all over and over again. That's not the truth. Horror is a different way to look at these bigger topics. Like Weapons is in a lot of ways sort of talking about school shootings, right? And Bring Her Back is talking about grief. And it was so well done. Like, there were actually parts that were gross that I couldn't look at. But then overall, like, this movie actually made me cry multiple times. It was so good. It's about... You kind of have two stories going on, okay? You have this blind young teenager and her older brother. And they're looked after by their dad, but their dad dies right in the beginning of this movie. So then they go into foster care together, and they get taken in by this woman, who you find out eventually that her young daughter has recently passed away. That's all I'll give you. And the fact that the movie's called Bring Her Back. Yeah, I don't know why more people aren't talking about it. It was so good. It was heart-wrenching. And gross. And one of the other things I loved about Bring Her Back is that it uses a lot of practical effects. So a lot of the grossness, like skin and whatnot, is like, you know it's actually makeup, and that makes me love it even more. Not that there's not art and skill in computer effects. Obviously there are. But I'm just such a sucker for, like, original type George Romero zombies. You know what I mean? Like, let's do it that way. Something else that started in October is Welcome to Derry. As of me shooting this, we only have 2 episodes. So far, so good. I think what's interesting about Welcome to Derry is they can kind of do whatever they want, because we don't have a lot of this kind of backstory for Pennywise. And because Derry is such a small town, having the sort of family names of the rest of the It story, it doesn't feel as corny to me. Like, it doesn't feel shoehorned in, because some of these small towns really are, like, people have lived there for generations, right? That's how small towns actually work. If Derry was actually like Toronto or something, I wouldn't believe you if you followed the same 5 families, right? But this one, I feel like we do. I feel like it's believable. And then the addition of Dick Halloran, who is obviously a fan favorite from The Shining. Are we doing another, like, Stephen King universe type situation with this show? I think so. I don't know. I'll be watching. I've been enjoying it. I wasn't expecting the first episode to go the way that it did, and I love that about it. So, I don't know, y'all. I'm a fan. What can I say? I also went to Frightmare at the Falls, which is a horror convention here in Niagara Falls, with my younger sister. And I took a picture with Kimberly J. Brown, who plays Marnie in Halloween Town. That was fun. She was so sweet. She's very short. I always forget that. Like, so many celebrities are very short. And then you see them in real life and you're like, oh, those people are short. I can say that because I'm 3'6". So, like, if I'm 3'6" and I'm not looking up at this person, I'm, like, kind of looking not all the way up, that's how I know they're short. And then Halloween night came. And I brought 24 goodie bags to work. And when I left work, I only had 2 left, so it's a good thing we made so many. And then when I was at the bus terminal to get home, there were 2 kids with their parents, like kids, like 8 years old. And one of them was dressed like Sam from Trick or Treat, and the other one was dressed like Arthur the Clown. So I gave them my last 2 goodie bags. And then I got home, and we had probably about 50 trick-or-treaters. And so those 12 bags that we made, the fancy schmancy ones, went pretty fast. And then the next day was the Spirit Halloween sale. And I'm very happy to report that the Spirit Halloween sale this year did not feel like it was full of resellers. It felt like it was full of people who love Halloween. Lots of people buying one animatronic or one blow-up. And I love that. Lots of people with kids. And we got there, like, right when it opened. And as we were leaving, we looked and none of the display animatronics were there anymore. They were all there when we got in, all gone by the time we were leaving. So I spent pretty much all the money I had left in my bank account. I bought something small for Alyssa for Christmas. I bought myself a new Pennywise costume so that I can bring Pennywise back next year. It's been a long week. And I also bought a blankie thing that I'm going to show you. You know what? Let me just get it. It's like, are they called something? It's like a blanket and a hoodie had a baby. A bloody? A bloody. So it's this. And it is literally, I'm holding it upside down, of course. It's literally just like a big hoodie. I had obviously seen this in the store multiple times throughout the season. And I really liked it because, like, look at it. But I didn't like it full price, you know? But I liked it 25% off. So I bought it. I bought this, the Pennywise, the present for Alyssa, and then I think the last thing I bought was this. I thought it might be cool to use in like the set of like a video or something. This mist maker with LED. It's basically like a humidifier. You just like put it in a thing of water and it makes stuff. That's really descriptive of me. I definitely went to school for radio. You can tell by my descriptions of things. But I just thought, like, if we're gonna do real crime as like a regular series, maybe I should like. I used to do actual backgrounds. If you're new here, I used to like have like a bar, and I would like put things on it and like. But it just got too cumbersome in this like small space. I was constantly knocking it over. It was too much. But maybe I can do something like this in the background. Maybe we can. I've got a clacker somewhere. I'm sure I can put that up because like real crime. I've been working on making an intro. Me and all my copious amounts of skills. Technology of the various internet programs have changed so much since I was in school, y'all. Not to sound like a boomer, but I graduated college 10 years ago. And platforms like, even just like Photoshop, have such crazy capabilities that they didn't have back then. And you're talking to a girl who got like 98% in her Photoshop course in first year, second year of college. It's crazy what it can do now. That was such a random tangent, but I just thought it was so cool when I was using it at work today. I think I'm just jabbery. Jibby jabby, Abby. That's me. When I was little and I was in the hospital, they used to call me Gabby Abby, because I didn't shut up. And I just feel like nothing's changed. My camera says I've been recording for 20 minutes, so I'm gonna learn how to shut up. And yeah, but I want to ask you, what did you do this October? How did you spend your spooky season? I hope you had a good time. I hope you used it to the best of your abilities. Whether, like, you don't have to go places and do things like that. You know what I mean? Like, some people really romanticize, like, going to a cornfield or going to the pumpkin patch. It doesn't have to be things that cost money. Just watch some spooky movies. I didn't even watch any of my usual, like, Disney Channel original movies this year, like Halloween Town, Hocus Pocus. I ran out of time. I didn't watch any of them, and I feel bad about it. But, like, even just something like that is spooky season. You can make, like, pumpkin cookies or muffins or whatever. Honestly, just being in the spooky spirit is enough. Lighting a candle, calling your coven, doing a seance. Whatever makes you feel spooky is good. And I hope that's what you did this season. So let me know all about it in the comment section below, because I want to hear. Not just because I love hearing about your life, but because I want to steal your ideas and implement them in my own life. I love you so much. Thank you so much for watching. Again, thank you so much for all your support over October. Here's hoping we can keep this going. Let me know if you have any ideas for future videos, real crimes, any kind of content you want to see. I'm always open to ideas. And I guess I'll see you in the next video. Bye!